Morning team, morning routine. Did you see what I did there? So, morning routine. You're probably hearing more and more about this. It's certainly the thing a lot of life coaches are talking about. I'm just going to talk, otherwise if I try to think too carefully about my words, it just doesn't come out right. So basically, as I'm always saying, you get one life. If you live it right, one is enough. You don't want to get to the end of it like some people I've met and be crying in your beer because you realised you've screwed it up. And as I've said in previous videos, I've met people like that, right? So here we are in the beautiful seaside city of Plymouth, the home of Tom Daly and the Doner Kebab. It's just gone 7 in the morning, and already I have been up to the swimming pool, did 10 lengths of a 25-meter pool, and then I did some exercises, some physio exercises, or you might hear them referred to as core strengthening exercises in the gym. And then I had a sauna. No, I lied. The sauna was shut. I don't know why. I think they forget to turn it on. I had a steam. So, first of all, 10 lengths in the pool. Chris, why just 10 lengths? That's nothing. Well, it wasn't that long ago I couldn't even swim a length, right? And I'm taught myself now I can swim about 180 lengths without even feeling tired, okay? But that's not what morning routine is about, and it's not what sport is about for me, or training. You train easy. When you do a challenge, you do it hard. For your morning routine, the last thing you want to do is go and have some rigorous, excruciating exercise that's going to put you off having a morning routine. Do you get what I'm saying? So why do we have a morning routine? Well, as I said, now I've done one of my favorite things in the world, which is have a steam. Actually have a sauna, but today it was the steam room, right? It just makes me feel so good. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel good about life. It's flushing endorphins around my body, so I'm like naturally high. It means I don't have to rely on that cup of coffee in the morning to get me going. If I want one, that's fine. But here's the more important aspect of it. If you have a job, that job is just going to leech your life away from you. And what is a job? A job is working for an employer that doesn't particularly like you. I mean, okay, they may profess to, they may actually do, but do they really have your best interests at heart? Or is it about money, profit, shareholders, that kind of thing, right? And my Nan said to me years ago, best part of 50 years ago actually. Well, I'm not that old, but maybe I was about 5 or 10. And she said, Chris, educate yourself, because if you don't, you'll end up working with people that you don't like. My God, there was something about when she said it, I knew it was true. And that it certainly was true in many of the jobs that I've been in over the years, and I've had quite a few, right? Being in a job to me is working with shallow people, backstabbing people, liars, people that have no life experience. They haven't been out in the world, they haven't traveled, they haven't been in the military, they don't understand what it is to have someone's back. They don't look out for you. They're more interested in stabbing you in the back and standing on you to get to the next position. It's doing something that's generally pretty freaking boring, so much so that you just look for any excuse to surf the internet or take a long lunch break, right? And I'm not saying this is for every job. Of course I'm not. If you're happy in your job, as I'm always saying, I'm really envious for you, right? But if you're in that category I just talked about, you've got to do something about it, because otherwise that's just going to be your whole life. And what can you do about it? You can have the morning routine. You can get up just that little bit earlier in the morning. Doesn't have to be masses. And you can actually do something that invests in yourself rather than invests in your employer. You know, that person that doesn't really care about you. And so if you get up an hour earlier, that's an hour you can read. You can educate yourself about some of the phenomenally brilliant people that have lived on this planet, or a subject that interests you. You can learn a language. Remember, all this is taking action. If you need to change your situation, you have to take action, right? And if people are saying, well, why? I'm you know, my job's okay, I'm happy in my job. It's like, are they really? Because if you offered them £1 million to quit that job tomorrow, would they say no? Would they say, no, actually, I'm much happier in my job, my 9 to 5 that I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to get 2 weeks holiday in the summer and a week at Christmas, and that's me. I'm going to spend the weekends, you know, Friday night, Saturday night getting pissed, Sunday night nursing such a bad hangover that the day's written off. Well, no, I don't think you're going to find many people like that. So this morning routine, it's probably for more people than we actually think. But how many people will actually get up and do it? I think because you're watching this, that you know, you understand what I'm saying, right? So you get up in the morning, you have that time for you. It might be, a lot of people get up and walk the dog. You see so many people doing that at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's quite surprising. Swimming as well. So many people in the swimming pool by 6 o'clock. I don't know why, but elderly people just don't seem to have a problem with it. I guess it's that thing where you need less sleep as you get older, right? So yeah, morning routine. And what happens is, you take action in your life, action creates action. So by having that hour in the morning, or make it 2 hours, whatever it is you plan to do, that has a snowball effect, and that will come back into your life, okay? So if you do that, in 5 years' time, you won't be working for that employer. Something will have come up. You will have met someone when you've been training for your marathon, or your triathlon, or your half marathon, or when you've been out walking the dog earlier, or you'll read something in a book that will trigger something in your brain that will cause a chain reaction that will lead to something else. But most of all, it's your time. It's your time you can take away from the day, where you don't have to be stressed. You don't have to be worrying about deadlines, times, family, changing nappies, you know, what's on the television. You get up, don't check your phone, because none of that's important. If all the mobile phones disappear from the world tomorrow, you'd be so surprised how little in your life would change. In fact, I think there's probably a good argument it would get a lot better, right? So you get up, don't check your phone, you just go about your morning routine and give it a go. You know, you might not know what you're missing.